Stillness is not weakness, poder under control. In a world that equates acción with transition is importance, the idea of stillness can often be misunderstood. Many assume that stillness is passivity, that silence is surrender. But the truth is that the opposite, stillness, the kind that comes from a trained and disciplined mind, is not the absence of energy. It is energy harnessed and directed. Materialism, it is not a lack of power, but must think of alien. Not when it's roaring or attacking, but when it's lying still, it's focused completely alert. That lion is not weak in its stillness, it is strong. Materialism, it is conserving its energy, sharpening its instincts, waiting for the right moment. That's the kind of stillness the mind must learn. A trained mind does not panic in chaos. It does not lash out when triggered. It waits, it watches, it responds rather than reacts. That is power under control. When we react of impulse, out of fear or a confusion, we often regret it. The words we speak aste, the decisions we make under prestoma acto, auns bu acalminde, hibe sus pases y hibe sus time tobreate, to cho seguiseli, tines creates clarity, ma clarity hibes virtus strength, remuosai, do someting. Acta attraction is product, sometimes the wishes, most powerful, thing you can do is to pause. That pause is not avoidance, it is preparation. Stillness is where we reconnect with ourselves, and for those of faith with God is the space between stimulus and response. And in that space lies our power, our freedom or control. Consider the greatest leaders. Materialism, the strongest warriors, the wisest playing. They are historic, they were not frantic, they were not easily shaken. They did not show others to bear. Their strength came from within. It came from a calm that could not be broken by outside noise. This kind of calm does not come naturally. It must cultivate, practice it, discipline, it requires effort. But once developed, it becomes an unshakable foundation, life will test you. It will transform you, financial setbacks, emotional heartbreak, crisis, conflict, betrayal. And in those moments, you will feel the pull to lose control. But to panic, to scream, to act recklessly. But if your mind has been trained to remain still, it will not be overtaken, it will be like a tree planted with the water swaying, but not to protest. The world may rage around you, but you remain centered. Stillness allows you to access deeper wisdom. In the noise, you can't hear the voice of truth. But in silence, in the stillness of the soul, truth speaks. Stillness does not mean you ignore your emotions. It means you acknowledge without letting them master you. You feel fear, but refuse to act. You have the anger, but don't become it. You sit with discomfort without rushing to stay. That is strength, that is courage, is maturity. This world is more people who can stay calm wherever everyone else is losing their eyes, who can think clearly under pressure, who can speak softly, but carry the authority. Stillness is the foundation of that kind of presence. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. You don't need to be agreed and respected. You don't need to be constantly moving to be making progress. The strongest buildings are enormous. They're the honest with the best foundations. And the need, material structure must be grounded. That grounding comes from stillness, from learning to be with yourself, learning to breathe in the midst of difficulty, from choosing to pause instead of push, from choosing reflection over reaction. Stillness is not submitting the world, reward right away. The world often rewards noises, speed and spectacle, but the fruits of stillness come later, and they are lasting with clarity and resilience. These are not quick gains, but they are rewards the ability to remain calm in the storm doesn't just protect your path. It gives path those around you. It sets a tone. Materialism, it shifts atmospheres. It shows others what's possible when power is under control. You don't reset to the occasion, you fall to the level of your training. This truth is often overlooked, especially in moments of crisis, when people believe they suddenly feel strengthened, they never practice it. Clarity, they never pursue or calm, they never cultivate it. But the reality is that under pressure, you will not become a someone. You will be the most practiced version of yourself. The mind does not create a calmness in chaos, it reveals calm. You have a will before a hand. We say that the teaming in staques in battle, athletes in championship games, and surgeons in the operating room. The best among them are not the honest rebellion, adrenaline or last minute inspiration. de eredione suarrear sed, an repeatet eir processo torou, da even under extreme stress, mater irresponse is almost automatic ter can dos nos no come from the absence of fear, but from familiarity of discipline, they fall to the level of their training, and because that training was the intentional and consistent, they can operate with confidence and clarity. The same principle is to every day life. When stress hits, when you receive bad news, when someone pushes your buttons, when plans fall apart, you don't suddenly become a wise, patient or strong. You revert to what you've trained yourself taught. If you practice complaining, you'll complain. If you practice reacting in anger, if you train your mind to slodombread and say neti, now you will fall back. On manning in training isn't just for athletes, soldiers. If anyone wants to master the inner world, every thought you to repair, every emotion veilon, you paite a rearse, that's your training. And that training shapes your automatic response. If your training has been shaped by fear, negativity, or avoidance, you struggle to reach above when tested. But if your training has involved stillness, resilience, and mental discipline, then in the most challenging moments, your responsible bestiaria compose. Training builds reflexes, it builds habits that don't under pressure, ball firm, because they being tested. No, just imagine it. This is why mental discipline is so critical. It's not about suppressing emotion or pretending to be calm when you're not. It's about preparing your mind ahead of time so that when stress comes, your response doesn't destroy you. Think about we train for physical endurance, we push the body in small, control doses so that over time may become stronger, more capable of withstanding pressure. But the mean works the same way. If you train your thoughts to return to path, you train your attention to return to the present moment. If you train your perspective to see through chaos, you become someone who can handle life without crumbling. The world often admires those who perform well under pressure, but the reality behind that performance is often invisible. It happens in the quiet, in the early hours, in solitude. It's the one that when you're midnight, challenging your mental health, emotional awareness, and learning to respond instead of training is not instantly rewarding. We create as a foundation, socially intact when the group shackles materialist, you're gonna fall apart. You fall into alignment with what you practice. Every stressful moment you face is an opportunity. Every time you pause yourself, explode. Every time you choose patience over panic. Materialism, every time you space into your own thoughts. You're reinforcing the level to which you'll fall when life hits hard. You don't wait for the crisis to begin the training. Materialism. Preparing the can so you demand wait for motivation or the right moment to start building mental strength. Because motivation fades and the right moment rarely comes. What matters is consistency, showing up daily to practice calmness, even when things fail fine. Because fine doesn't last forever. Trouble will come. Is what will you fall back on when it does. The level of your training determines your future under pressure. If you want to stay calm, you must train your mind before a chaos arrives. If you want pace, you must practice pace. No just preach it, you want strength, you must really die. What you figure your mind determines, so it's on. You only is no if it's a little checking the landscape extensively dot Japan, it on and when me what. And not your to attack road. Just let the body response to the food we eat, the mind response to the informations, and the environments we consume daily. If we continually feed the mind negativity, fears and distraction, we weaken its ability to stand strong when life tests us. But if we feed it, truth, discipline, and open, we strengthen every day the mind is under the influence of social media, news, materialism, and music, self-talk. This area is sources mental nutrition or mental pollution. When people find themselves overwhelmed, anxious, reactive, or unstable in the face of pressure, it's rarely because of the immediate circumstance alone. It's because the mind has not been nourished with the right materials to withstand that pressure, as termining and not think clearly. A cluttered mind cannot find peace. A distracted mind cannot find direction. What you consistently feed your mind is what will shape its condition, where can be desensitized to the impact of what we are doing. It's easy to stray through endless noise, materialism, engage in drama, absorb pessimism, and think it has no effect. Buchusliche Asteadidiet of whom Folkietro de Fiscalia negatin creativity input silently in chips away your mental stability. Materialists and anxiety rises. Your mind will react for what's familiar. If it's been fed panic, that's what it will produce. If it is been fed discipline, calm and truth, that's what it will draw upon. Material to your mental strength is not just a matter of genetics or personality. Is the product of practice and input. You cannot expect Pepe to emerge from a mind that is constantly filled with turmoil. Material expect confidence in a new mind that's been soaked in self-doubt. You cannot expect clarity from a mind that's always overloaded. The mind we no produce something has been given. Wagos must eventually come out. Think of the mind like a garden. You can't expect to grow where a wave are constantly planted. You can't take better there where a chaos is a joy to run will. The garden reflects the gardener's consistency. It requires attention. It is waiting. It requires choosing what to plant. Like we say, your meanness intention. You must choose what box you react. What voices you listen to, what conversation you entertain, what habits you adopt mapped, this choice avertime. They become the foundation on which your mind stands or crumbles. But why your mind reacts. In stressful moments is deeply influenced with what is being conditioned to expect and believe. If you feed your mind open, you expect outcome rotate. Impossibility. If you feed it truth, materialism can make. If you feed its stillness, it will crave calm when everything feels chaotic. But if you feed it fear, doubt and noise, easily overwhelmed, even small disruptions, turns are inevitable. Every person faces hardship, los uncertainty. The difference is not in the absence of a storm, with the preparation of the means before they come. That preparation is daily. It's not only a team event, it's the repetition of truth, dissatisfaction, stillness, the rejection of mental junk. The commitment to focus. What you feed your mind today is why I will serve you tomorrow. Mate perialina, I hope in a moment of crisis, they will to pull strength from somewhere deep within. But if you haven't been putting strength in, there will be nothing to draw from. Materialic account of the mind must be fed daily with deposits of wisdom. Fotiense and life. Only can you make it with trauma in need. If your mental account is bankrupt, you will default to panic, fear, materialism, and reaction. This is not about pretending that pain doesn't exist or the negative that thoughts never come. It's about training the mind, not to be in those places. It's about recognizing what feeds your mind and choosing to be intentional. It's no neutral ground. Every moment is an opportunity to build mental strength or to chip away at it. What you react, what you watch, who you spend time with, the thought you entertain, the cereal meals for the mind, and the quality of those meals will determine your mental stamina when the pressure is on.